Welcome to another episode of Can You Reach That?
Can you reach that?
What you got today, man?
Hey, so Air Force Ones, beloved shoe amongst our generation. I mean, we got songs about them. Shout out to Nelly because he put
Stomping in my Air Force Ones.
the NEs behind the O's. Anyway, I just recently heard that Gen Z has now officially dubbed the Air Force One a dad shoe. What do you think about that?
I could care less, or I couldn't care less. I guess the proper way to say it. I think I've owned one pair of Nike Air Force Ones. I just never cared.
Oh, okay.
So
Never been an Air Force One guy.
nah. I mean, song was cool.
The song was cool.
But I'm not. Yeah, I mean,
The song made me want some Air Force Ones.
isn't Gen Z's dad shoe the Vans, like the low top Vans? I feel like.
Yeah, I'm not taking fashion tips from Gen Z.
Or Skechers. I don't.
I'm not taking fashion tips from Gen Z. I mean, first off, I have a hard time taking a generation seriously that wears Champion as a hype brand. Because I mean, that was our PE clothes, you know, back in the day. Like you wasn't going out wearing Champion.
Right.
You was wearing it, but that was lounge wear. That wasn't. we wasn't putting fit togethers with some champion shirts on.
Champions with some Air Force Ones.
Right. Oh, they got it. They balling.
Nah, I'm. That's fine. They can call it the dad shoe. I don't have any
qualms against it.
Yeah, I don't care.
Nah, it's interesting because I see a lot of them. A lot of people are talking shit. Are coming from Gen X right now.
Let them call the phone posit the dad shoe. Let them do that, and I'll be like, good. Then I guess I'm a dad wearing dad shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like phone posits. Whew.
That'll be a crazy dad
Kobe's.
shoe. Yeah.
But yeah, Air Force Ones. That doesn't bother me because I never really.
Warm.
I never really.
But I mean, does it make you feel old?
No.
Hearing that the kids think that that's a dad shoe.
No, because you know what? First and foremost, Air Force Ones. You know, and this is my similar sentiment to like the SBs and things like that.
Yeah.
They're just not comfortable for me, man. I don't think they're meant for big feet.
True.
They're just hard. There's no cushion.
Yeah, a very flat sole.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've been seeing a lot, and I don't know if the algorithm is trying to rage bait me or whatever, but a lot of people have something to say about the way that how are you still 40 years old dressing like a YN? And I'm like, nah, bro, y'all got it backwards. The YNs are dressing like us.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about?
They taking they jacking the old style
right.
back. So hey,
like our style is so dope. They're wearing our shit. So
I think they should just be quiet, wear their Skechers and Vans, and sit over there on the sidelines
with their Champion.
Can you reach that? You see that? Let's talk about it. Be that. Believe that. Let the people know that we see that and what they want to know. Can you reach that? Can you reach that? Now you're home. Can you reach that? Can you reach that? Cool.
Can you reach that?
So, but I mean, if we're gonna talk about shoes, the Nike Mind 001s and the 002s.
Mind like M-I-N-D or M-I-N-E?
M-I-N-D.
Mind? Oh, Mind. Got it.
So have you seen those? Those are the shoes and the slides that they have. So they have like these little balls on the bottom of the soles that protrude through to the bottoms of your feet when you walk. Oh, it's supposed to be like some pressure point. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And the slides came out and they were kind of touted as like a after workout after
whatever.
play. You know, what I'm saying? Like a cool down shoe.
Yeah.
So I got the slides, and I gotta say, man, after being on your feet all day, or whatever, it could be after playing sports, whatever, even after a long day at work, if you're on your feet a lot, they're comfortable, man. And like, it's something about where those those soles hit that, like, yeah, they're comfortable. And not only that, they came out with the shoes and the shoe versions as well. You go shopping in them, whatever. You just out walking. They kind of hit, man, and I guess a lot of people are taking notice because they're selling out very fast, and the resale market is crazy on them. Really? So
I'm gonna have to check those out. I ain't even heard of them.
Yeah,
yet.
I don't know if you checked them out, man.
When did they come out?
I got the shoes a couple months ago.
Okay.
And the slides as well. But they just dropped a whole bunch of new colors. They have red, green, black, white. So
I'm gonna have to check that out. I might be in the market for some new slides. So
yeah, they're $95. Not too bad for the slides. I think $145 for the shoes.
That's ridiculous for a pair of slippers. But,
so they're a little bit thicker than normal slides. But I mean,
In my head, a slide should cost 60.
So what I've been doing is, when I get home, especially after a long day, kick off the shoes and I throw the slides on like on some house shoes type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it's something about it, man. It takes the pressure off. Feels good, man.
It's that pressure point in the feet. I mean, they say every organ and major group in the body can be touched from the feet. You
Right.
know? You hit the right pressure point.
Right.
If you got some cramps or some shit.
And my size 15's got a lot of pressure points.
So you must feel really good after a long walk in them.
But yeah, them things are cool. I think Nike's onto something. I mean, I don't know if you was ever into like the Yeezy slides. I never really got into them.
I couldn't do the Yeezy slides. I do have some of just the 350s. I didn't get too deep in because I mean I still think Yeezy makes ugly shoes.
I tried the slides on one time just kind of as a joke. We was there and they happened to have my size and they are just not comfortable, man. I'm sorry.
Yes, I didn't do the slides. I got I like the 350s. Those the Boost technology, the super soft sole. Like I definitely enjoyed the cushion, but I can only wear them for so long. They're too soft. Like I can wear them, for a couple hours. But it's almost the same thing with like the Air Force Ones. Like I can wear them for a few hours, but then eventually my pinky's toe starts going numb.
Yeah.
And then I get that. Yeah, it just.
For me, like when I go on long walks or if I'm going to be on my feet for a long time, I like the Vapor Maxes, the Nike Vapor Maxes.
Those are nice.
Like you walking on clouds, man.
But I can't. Something about I don't know if it's the way my feet are set up. Those
you got a checking account and a banking account.
I got 2 left feet, so now walking on the Vapor Maxes is weird for me, and I think it's because of the way that my foot hits the ground. So because it has that rounded bottom on it.
Yeah.
It or maybe I just got weak ankles. I don't know, but it makes me feel like I'm a roll my ankle.
That's why you never hooped.
Yeah, that's exactly why. I just look like I hoop.
Break your ankles.
I always look like I'm done hooping, but I never actually hoop.
Hoop.
Coop to hoop.
So, yeah, man. But yeah, that's that, man. I dig those Nike Minds, man. I think they're definitely onto something. What do y'all think? Have y'all tried them on? Have y'all got a pair? I know the resale market went crazy, but the one thing about those is the Nike keeps doing redrops. Mm-hmm. So that aftermarket's going to keep coming down with all these redrops.
With the new ones coming out. I'm going to have to check those out. That'll be pretty interesting to see.
Yeah.
So switching it up a little bit, let's get into some music here.
Music.
You familiar with Chris Brown's song "Look at Me Now"?
Yeah, Busta Rhymes has probably stole the show on that one.
He did. I almost thought it was his song for a little bit.
Yeah,
because he killed it.
I love the story he tells about how that transpired.
Yeah.
So I mean,
the little ad lib and everything.
Well, yeah. I mean, he walked into the session and he saw Chris Brown doing his thing, and then he was like, "Let me show you how to roll if you're gonna roll the dice."
Let me show you how to roll the dice on the homie.
So and he said that there was a part where he slowed up, and Chris Brown was like, "Nah, if you're gonna do it, do it."
Yeah.
So then but that was the rest of history. Busta went in.
He said, "I want that full Busta Rhymes."
So
yeah, that song was a banger. I used to bump that.
That verse became iconic
repeatedly. Yeah, I mean, you remember how many people was on YouTube
trying to redo it? Yeah, because he did like a little contest too to see who could do it the best.
Yeah.
So that
was a tough one.
Yeah,
had everybody trying to learn those lyrics, which is dope. But I just recently heard that the Brat was supposed to have a verse on that song.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So I mean, there's a clip. We'll put the link down in the description so you can check it out. But there's a clip of the Brat talking about how she was supposed to have a verse on that song. It was supposed to be on like the So Def remix or something like that.
Okay.
And I mean, the Brat's always been a dope lyricist. So just the thought of her being on that song.
So she played it?
They did play it.
I'm gonna check it out.
And I mean, if anybody could hold their own, especially as an MC in general, not just the female MC, but as an MC in general, if anybody could hold their own with Busta Rhymes, it's the Brat. And
right, as far as like the speed rap,
the cadence, the
chopping,
flow,
yeah,
the lyrical content, the delivery,
right,
everything, and she bodied it. Like,
I'm about to go check it out.
The fact that we're 15 years late on hearing this track.
Yeah, I haven't heard any, obviously any recent Brat stuff anyways, because I don't think she's really.
Nah, she's not. She's doing her family thing, which I'm super proud that she's able to live her life out in the open.
Yeah.
Because during our time, and I feel like there's always been rumors about her. Not that it matters or anything, but there's always been rumors about her sexual preference.
I think it's in part because of she came off aggressive. She was one of those aggressive rappers initially when she started, and it wasn't because a lot of female rappers just they default to sexual content. Period. Like that's that in order to, and I feel like it's sort of an effort to get guy attention, male, because it's a lot of where your streams and your purchases come from. So I think a lot of females lean into the sexuality part of the music more than anything.
It's an interesting take.
And I think Brat. There was a point in time where she started to kind of do a little bit of that, like
and I
the
think,
song with Tyrese and whatnot.
The industry was pushing her on that.
And I think so too.
Yeah.
But like initially, like Functified and all that, she wasn't doing that. She was just coming raw, aggressive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there was a track with her and Biggie.
Listen to the B-side.
Yeah. So like, I mean, when you heard all that, like that wasn't the same as what you were hearing from, other female rappers at that time.
Yeah, the Foxy Browns, the
Lil' Kims. Yeah. So
I mean, I do hear what you're saying about that.
There are some rappers that came off the same way, like Rod Digga. I think Rod Digga was really dope.
Leading with the lyrics, like I'm a lyricist first.
Yeah, so there were some female rappers that went into that, but there was a lot of them leaned into the sexuality, and Brat didn't do that. So I think.
Well, I mean, I also feel like there's a part of them leaning into the sexuality as a fuck you to the industry, because I mean, let's not kid ourselves here, especially amongst the males in hip hop.
Oh, right.
There's a lot of misogyny.
Right.
There's a lot of sexism. There's a whole lot. So I do think there was a part of it of them like taking ownership.
Oh, for sure.
Of my sexuality. Like you're not gonna sit here and make a song talking about ain't no fun and think I'm not gonna talk about like Lil' Kim came out hard with that hardcore album.
I would say she came out hardcore.
Came out hard.
Well, that album cover was on everybody's locker in high school. So it was in their notebooks. It was in the that when that album cover came out.
Her album was banned from high schools. Like,
but I mean, you're right. I mean, I think the speculation on her sexuality was based, I think, on the fact that she was more aggressive,
right,
and sort of dressed tomboyish because she came from that crisscross era, so she was wearing the big baggy clothes and and all that stuff. So I think there was a lot of just like assumptions. Let's judge this book by the cover,
right?
So
it worked though. Like I was, and I mean the first time I heard her was on Criss Cross's, I want to say it was the Young, Rich and Dangerous album.
Right,
it may have been the one before that. I can't remember 100%. But The Bomb, whatever song they had The Bomb on.
The Bomb, yeah.
The craziest thing, because I heard her before I saw her, I didn't know she was a she. I just thought because they're kids, so I imagined it was another boy with the high pitch, hadn't hit his puberty yet.
Right.
And then somebody was telling me, they were like, nah, that's a chick. And I'm like, ain't no way that's a chick out here rapping like that,
Right.
Little did I know, only to find out.
It was that, and then I remember the first video I saw was the video she had with Raven Simone, For All Y'all. Do you remember that video?
I remember the song. I don't remember the video. Raven was in there?
Yeah, it was like Raven Simone. I want to say she was probably like a teenager.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first video I ever saw of the Brat.
Her, yeah.
I want to say it was probably on the box or something. I don't remember what I was watching.
The box, the hits.
So,
that's pretty. I'm trying to think if I want to say it might have been Functified. Might have been the first video that I saw of hers. Or
Functified.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah,
but it was probably Functified. But I remember that song too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's crazy. Raven Simone, because she was big back in the day. Shout out to Raven.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but no, I thought it was pretty dope, and it's a little. I mean, better late than never. 15 years later, we finally got to hear.
I mean, that Busta Rhymes became so iconic. It's hard to imagine anybody else on that track, but I am gonna go check that out after this. Literally, when we stop recording, I'm gonna pull that up because I'm curious.
Yeah, she definitely holds her own. But again, and
we will put the link in the description for the YouTube viewers so they can go check it out. Put in the comments what you think about that, man, because I'm curious to see what other people think too. But I'm definitely gonna check it out after the show.
Yeah, you'll be if you're anything like me, you'll be pleasantly surprised, which I think you will be. But I mean, I don't feel like I've heard anything bad from the Brat ever.
Right.
Ever. Music, like beat wise.
Yeah. She's always had some pretty. I mean,
she's been in.
With JD and whatnot. So I mean, it's heavy production right there.
And
so.
JD got a golden touch. So
yeah,
that's pretty dope. But also mentioning Busta Rhymes since he's
Busta Rhymes
is in the place. The Coming, the first single album, the first solo album that he dropped.
Classic.
30 years ago this year.
Woo-ha!
Recently just
Got
turned
you
30.
all in check.
Yeah, he dropped that March of 96.
Man, you just flashing me back because I'm thinking about It's a Party.
Yes, with Janae.
Oh, man.
Dude, the track list, there was a
I'll
couple.
make sure
there was a
everything
couple-
remains raw.
Well, first off, the whole album itself was something out of this world by my definition.
It was because we hadn't heard nothing like that.
nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
'Cause
When that dropped,
the beats that we were hearing from all the artists that came out before that, even to and I feel like artists that came out after that were influenced by the beats that he put out on this album.
100%. You
this-
remember? I don't mean to interrupt you, man, but it just hit me right. You remember Ill Vibe?
I got the ill vibe bus word tip.
Dude,
yeah.
like him and Q-Tip together. I mean,
Together?
Leaders of
Yeah.
New School Tribe. You know, there was already a connection. But whenever they get together on a track, it's just solid,
magic.
man.
It's magic. Them two together. Busta's fast, articulate flow with Q-Tip's chill, melodic vibe.
Yeah, it's just kind of
match made in heaven right there. But yeah, it was so many dope bangers off of that. Of course, you know, everybody knows Woo Ha. That was the number one single off of the album. The thing that I appreciated or that I was impressed with the most when I first heard the album was the intro to Woo Ha, where they just had the little synthesizer playing like the keynotes.
Right.
And then it goes into like a little samba and then the song comes in. Like, I was like, no, I got to hear that first before I listen to the song.
Like that video too. I mean, dude, like, and then like I said, It's a Party with Janae.
Yeah.
Dude, like, that whole album is just
Whole album is
solid.
classic.
And I remember,
Yeah.
later on they did a remix of that song with SWV. There was a remix. I remember it not being quite as good, and I think that's because the Janae version was so instilled in my brain that I just
Yeah.
couldn't accept a new version.
Yeah.
But
I don't remember that one.
But no, but the Coming album,
Yeah,
that's
Coming album was dope. I mean,
that is classic.
favorite songs off the album, obviously Woo Ha, It's a Party. Do My Thing was dope.
Do My Thing.
Watch me get down and just do my thing, baby. And all the shit like this from day one, from the first album, because you know a lot of his albums, especially prior to 2000s, where you know the Anarchy, there's only 5 years left.
Yeah,
you know, like all the
ELE,
stuff he was talking.
Extinction Level event.
Yeah, like the year
yeah.
2000 was gonna be
Right.
it, you know. Starting with this album is where we're started hearing that stuff, but it was just dope hearing all of that.
That album is classic.
What was another one? Flip Mode Squad meets Def Squad.
Yeah.
I love that. Like it had everybody on that joint.
Yeah.
Everybody who was anybody on that joint, you know, was dope. Keep It Moving was another good one. Yeah, it was just so many. It was just so many great songs off of that album.
Yeah, I mean that just shows, you know, again, we talk about certain artists with longevity, man. Like he can just, and he's molded his style. He's never mimicked a style, but he's just evolved his own style,
Right.
so that it just remains relevant.
Yeah.
He knows how to just go with the
Go
styles,
with
go
it.
with the punches,
Yeah.
and just recreate himself.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And it's interesting because I've seen different rappers try different styles.
doesn't always work.
And it doesn't always work, and not in a sense of, and the person I'm thinking of specifically is, not to say that it didn't work, but it was definitely different. The person I'm thinking of specifically is Method Man. I remember one song that he did where he tried like a different flow outside of what he would normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Still dope, but it just didn't feel as natural as the regular meth flow. And then you know there are artists such as the Notorious Biggs who, when they're singing with other artists, they adapt some of those mannerisms.
Right.
Like when he did Notorious Thugs with Bone Thugs.
Right.
Like we don't usually hear Biggie rap that fast.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah.
Biggie hopped on that like it was nothing. He was on some double dutch, you know. Like he normally jump and rope, but that time he was on some double dutch, you know. Or when he
crazy.
did Fucking You Tonight with R. Kelly, you know, like he mellowed it out. He, you know,
Yeah.
took some R. Kelly vibes
Sky's
with
the
it.
limit. That's another one that comes to my mind.
With 112?
Yeah, with
Yeah,
112, where he
yeah.
kind of switched it up. Yeah, but I mean,
Great
I mean, it's
albums.
just, yeah, Busta's just one of those people who can just keep going, keep doing it. But the Coming is 30 years old is crazy.
Right? We getting old, man.
That is crazy.
We getting old.
Yeah, longevity is a thing. I mean,
My AARP about to kick in.
it's crazy. It's crazy how, you know, the amount of rappers who are keeping that longevity is, you know, I shouldn't say rappers, just musicians in general.
Yeah.
It's starting to increase, but I think that's because of the increase of the number of musicians nowadays versus, like, back in the day, it was like Michael Jackson.
Right.
You know, he had longevity, right? But it was like, who else? There wasn't, you know, I mean, there was a few people, but now it seems like there's a lot of people who can maintain the longevity.
Yeah.
Now, it's not everybody,
Right.
but I feel like it's
But there's
definitely more than
definitely
it
few.
was.
Yeah. We got more than a handful, especially. I mean, just from our day, the artists that are still. I mean, like we said, Busta Rhymes is still putting out music.
Because Mike put out an album pretty much. I mean, he put out a couple, albums per decade. I mean, he was like
every couple of years. I feel like he was dropping something.
So
Yeah, but I mean, also speaking of Michael, did you happen to see the movie?
I have not watched it.
The biopic yet?
Not yet.
You've been hearing what people have been saying about it?
I've seen some critics call it like more of a highlight reel than an actual biopic, but I haven't seen it to make my own opinion yet. So
yeah,
but I think we've mentioned this before, but like, how long is the film? An hour and a half?
Hour and a half, 2 hour stops. Yeah.
So it's like, how do you squeeze that much content into that short?
That much life. Yeah.
I mean, is there going to be 6 other sequels?
There would need to be. I mean, if anybody is looking for an all-inclusive story of Michael Jackson, you can't get that in 2 hours.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I mean, let's go back to when we were growing up, when they did the Jackson 5 miniseries.
I was gonna say, I feel like you could do one film just focused on Jackson 5, start the next film is the start of his career.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to have 4 encompassing the career, and then you could have one maybe with some of the controversy. Yeah. I mean, there's like
the thing. I mean, he's lived such a large and grandiose life. I really feel like the only way to tell his full story in its entirety is through a miniseries, and everything that you go through between him.
Be like 4 or 5
his
seasons.
Relationship with his family, and his relationship with Janet itself,
everything.
Him with his brothers, him with Diana Ross, him with Berry Gordy,
Macaulay Culkin,
him with like there's so much life that this man has lived, and those are just individual relationships with people. Let's not even talk about the songs that he's doing and the tours that he goes on. And
that's what I'm saying.
There's just so much that can be done. Like if you expected
a miniseries with like 10 seasons, dude, like 12 episodes a season,
if not more,
right.
an hour each per episode. Like this could be a long running series of just Michael Jackson's life. But I appreciated the movie for what it was. Like I didn't expect it to go in depth onto any of the trauma or the tragedy or the stuff that he went into.
It's too short. There's not enough time.
It really is. Like it's a highlight reel.
Yeah.
If somebody throws up a highlight reel of Magic Jordan.
Did you just say Magic Jordan? Did he play sports ball?
he played the foosball, the basketball.
Man.
Nah, but like if you're gonna get mad at somebody putting up a highlight reel of Michael Jordan and be mad like, oh, how come they didn't show any of the playoffs that he lost? Like seriously, like come on, that's not what this is.
Right.
That's not what this is. Obviously meant to be a highlight reel. We are celebrating this man's life. We don't see that too much. A lot of the stuff, especially around the time of his passing, like there was so much negativity that came out about this man that the mainstream was pushing, which from what I've seen, they haven't been able to find any truth in a lot of the allegations that were made against him. For people to be upset that.
Well, I saw an interview with Macaulay where he was saying it was him. There was another person too. I can't remember the other person, but there was 2 different people.
People have come out. Corey, one of the
who have said that he was
protecting
kids against the industry and what basically like the Epstein type stuff. Mm-hmm. He was protecting against that stuff. He was trying to shelter kids away from it. So
and they flipped it on him.
We don't know the truth, obviously. I mean, I'm sure that it can be found out, whatever. But like, the
longer time goes on, the more truth we'll find out.
That's what I've heard now. That it was more of he embraced children and created a quote safe space for them to be. But
and some people didn't like that, probably because he prevented them from doing some of the crap that they wanted to do. Yeah. And and this is just from the outside looking in. Like as the common man living in this country, we've all heard the whispers and we've seen the rumors and the allegations and the accusations of what happens in Hollywood to children.
Mm-hmm.
So for him to know that and try to provide a safe space for them, and then for them to turn on him and be like, no, this guy's doing the exact stuff that he claims he's trying to.
Because how many kids, especially like the Disney kids, but how many kids in the industry, TV shows, movies, whatever, ended up messed up by the time they were like late teens and early 20s. You know what I'm saying? And there has to be a reason behind that. Like not all of them can go just because they're on a TV show. It's why do they end up with all these tragedies? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's too much commonality for it not to be a something there.
There is.
So
yeah, but with all that being said, I appreciated the Michael movie.
I am going to check it out. I do want to check it out. So I'm gonna definitely check that.
They're not gonna. And I feel like you can't please everybody.
Of course not.
It's just not possible. A lot of people were. I'm hearing stories. A lot of people were disappointed that Diana Ross wasn't mentioned or anything like that. But
again, it's so much to cover.
Yeah.
so much story to cover. How do you
even?
stuff has to get left out?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's just, and for for the most part, it was a highlight reel. These are the successes of Michael Jackson's career during the 80s, his rise to fame, switching from being one of the members of the Jackson 5 to becoming the international world icon that he was.
yeah.
Like,
One of the few artists that you can go to a country that speaks zero English and they know every
and they
lyric.
know a Michael Jackson song. Yeah.
They know him and his music.
And I mean, like, especially us from our generation, like, we know the abuse that they suffered under the hands of their father.
Yeah.
Very lightly touched on that, They didn't go into depth of it, but you did see that there was some traumatic situations that they had to deal with, I feel like this is the first time, and, I could just have a lapse in memory. I don't remember seeing so much activity from the mom being involved, like when they had the Jackson 5 series growing up.
Right.
I remember she was there, but I don't remember her having a lot of
because
talking roles and influence.
It depends on how you're gonna write the script, right? If you're gonna write it to a certain narrative of, the father's abuse or the father's this, then you're gonna see more of that, which I think that series did more of.
Yeah, it was mainly focused on Papa Joe.
Because like you said, you can't have too many storylines going at once, because if it just becomes a cluster.
Cluster, yeah. And there's a lot. Like, you need a lot of hours to cover this man's life. But yeah, if you haven't checked it out, at least go give it a watch if you're interested. Don't just make a judgment based on somebody else's opinion. Go check it out for yourself.
Indeed.
If you're a fan, you're gonna love the movie. If you're a hater, then you're gonna hate the movie. It's just
on the movie tip,
simple.
I got some quick hitters. I got a lot of quick hitters for you this week, man.
Let's run them.
So we're gonna run through some of these, get some quick. These are quick, so we're gonna get some quick opinions.
What's coming up?
So we already know about The Mummy 4. They've moved that date up to October 15th, 2027. The Mummy series has always been like a okay series for me. The first movie was okay. Beyond that, I kind of got out of it, so I'm not sure if I'm excited or not.
Yeah. Brendan Fraser, still gonna be Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, original cast. So we'll see. Pixar news: Toy Story 5 is going to be the first film in that franchise to get a PG rating.
What?
All the previous Toy Stories were rated G.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the first
PG, huh?
So that's an interesting take. They maybe catered more towards a little bit of teen.
Maybe. I
So
wonder
we'll
if Andy and Buzz are gonna have a moment
with Jesse. Let's just turn the Disney movie into
we just went from PG to NC-17.
NC-17. And on another Pixar note, they're doing a Finding Nemo short. It's officially in the works right now, so
okay.
We'll see how that turns out.
Hopefully we see the cameos from all the favorites.
The new X-Men reboot film. It's been said that Wolverine will not be a part of it, so there'll be no Wolverine in the X-Men reboot, which I find
interesting.
Weird, because it's like Wolverine's one of the main. You think X-Men, you think Wolverine,
right?
But the other side of that is that I felt there was other X-Men like Gambit that was missing from the original,
right?
So maybe they're gonna flip flop
some
characters.
Some other characters.
Maybe in this reboot there'll be a part 2 that Wolverine comes into. Maybe they're not gonna start with Wolverine. Maybe he comes later. Who knows?
I wonder if this is gonna be, since they're not putting him in there. I wonder if this is gonna be the time before, like he was a main X before he got
beforehand. Yeah. So you don't see him at that point.
Right.
Ryan Reynolds says he's writing a new Deadpool movie, but Deadpool will not be the main character. He wants him to be more of a supporting role. To quote the man, he said, "I don't think I'm ever going to center Deadpool in a movie again. He's a great supporting character. He's the guy that's great in a group." Those are the words of Ryan Reynolds.
I can see that.
So and I agree. I agree and I disagree. I think the solo films were funny. I think they were action packed. They did their job.
Yeah.
But I also seeing him, dive into the multiverse kind of a little bit. The little bit that we've seen. He plays great in the mix ups. So,
Yeah. I agree. He's good on his own though. But I can see where he's coming from.
In case you, I know you had a karaoke moment a few years back. I have video footage if we want to share.
My karaoke days.
But Frozen 3 is underway. Kristen Bell is voicing Anna. So she's already started recording.
I'm sorry. Did you say you said Kristen Bell? I heard Christian Bale.
so
I'm like, when did he get in Frozen?
Yeah, Kristen Bell as opposed to Christian.
Batman's
Bale.
in Frozen now. We're gonna see a penguin cameo.
Do you want to build a snowman? Talking to Mr. Freeze.
All the bats are frozen in the cave.
There is
That's dope. Kristen Bell. Okay.
There is. Do you remember Fern Gully?
Yes.
They're doing a live action remake of the Fern Gully.
A live action Fern Gully. Okay.
And I'm low key like,
All right.
I don't think we need it.
No, but I'm definitely gonna check it out.
So we've got a new Transformer film officially in the works at Paramount, and they're saying another Transformers film with a crossover element is also in talks, and that would be Transformers and G.I. Joe combining forces to make a crossover film.
Okay, that's interesting.
So
it makes sense.
Two childhood toys,
coming together.
That'll
be dope.
And speaking of crossovers, Django and Zorro.
Okay, who's asking for that? That's two worlds that I never expected to collide.
Apparently, because I had to dive a little bit into this, but apparently in the comic world, this was a thing.
Really? Okay. That just shows how out of touch I am with.
I did not know this either, but apparently that's now in development. So you might get I don't know who's gonna play Zorro, but hopefully you got Jamie Foxx coming back as Django.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll see.
Who was the original Zorro? Antonio Banderas.
I don't think he was the original.
Well, not the original, but
he was one of them.
Our Zorro, I guess I should say.
I don't think he'd be doing it though. So we'll see.
That'll be cool. Interesting. All right. They got a date on that, or they're just?
It's just early development. The next John Wick spinoff it's called Kane, and that's begun filming. That's going to be directed and starring Donnie Yen. So we get another John Wick spinoff.
Did you watch the last one?
I didn't like it as much. It was okay, and I'm brain farting on the name of it. It was the one with the girl.
The one with the girl. Yeah.
But it was okay, but it wasn't the same. And I know there's one last John Wick movie coming, so I'm waiting to see how that rolls. In other sequel news, Rush Hour 4, we've heard about that, and we've heard about there's a script, there's development in progress, but I just read that Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker both turned down the offer. I guess they offered them each $8 million to do the film, and they're saying the estimated budget is around $120 to make the film. Mm-hmm. And you know, there's going to be stunts. I'm sure that Jackie Chan's going to try to do his own stunts. He generally does.
Yeah, because he used to do all the stunts back in the day.
But even with the stunt worker, from what I heard, they both feel that it's just not worth it because of all the work they've put into this franchise anyways. It's like now you're going to come back all these years later, and it's kind of like
trying to beat a dead horse.
Yeah, so maybe if the offer is higher, we'll see. Stephen King's Cujo. You remember Cujo?
Cujo.
They're going to remake Cujo. Netflix is taking that over.
Okay.
And they're going to remix that. The new Jay and Silent Bomb threequel. It's the new movie. It's going to be called Store Wars. Kevin Smith has confirmed that is officially in the works.
Nice.
And steering into TV news, The Simpsons, one of my favorite shows ever, says that they'll no longer do the couch gag before every episode. There'll be some couch gags, but it's not going to be every episode anymore.
That was half the fun of watching the opening credits to see what they were going to do.
Because initially it was the same thing over and over, and then they turned.
Then they started.
I don't know what season it's turned into where they started playing with it, but like I used to look forward to it. So
that's crazy.
Another
crazy.
spinoff.
I wonder what made him decide to get rid of it.
I don't know. Maybe to cut down time on the intro and get into make the episodes longer.
Possibly.
So another spinoff, The Big Bang Theory. So that we've talked about this one. They're getting a spinoff called Stuart Fails to Save the Universe.
Mm-hmm.
So that series is going to air on HBO Max in July, and it takes place with Stuart trying to restore reality after he breaks Sheldon and Leonard's new device and causes a multiversal Armageddon. So it's going to be like a comedy sitcom kind of sci-fi.
So Big Bang is going multiverse, huh?
Yep. You know what that means. Steven Spielberg is bringing back Casper the Friendly Ghost, and it's going to be a slightly darker look in a live-action form, and it's going to be a Disney Plus series.
So Casper the Not-So-Friendly Ghost?
So maybe he's friendly, but just in a darker way.
Pull my finger? Like what kind of...
Right? So, and that is the
That's
quick
crazy.
hitters. That's what I've got. I know it's a lot of shows, a lot of movies coming. I'm excited for some of those.
Okay.
A darker Casper, it kind of reminds me of what they did with Wednesday. I wonder if they're kind of play off that because they
yeah.
Not that the Addams Family anything wasn't dark. It was always dark. But I feel like
they
this
did make it
definitely
comical.
It was. But
was
I do
little...
feel like the Wednesday series is more darker in the sense that there's less comedy, obviously.
Yeah.
More serious. So I don't know if maybe that's the route they're going.
Possibly. I could see that. That'll be interesting to see.
So yeah, we'll see how that turns out.
Looking forward to some of those. That Django Zorro crossover has got me tripping right now.
Right.
That's definitely going to be one that I'm going to want to check out. All right, so want to do a little something different. Play a little game called One Gotta Go.
One gotta go. Okay,
Yeah.
I've seen these before.
All right,
I'm familiar.
I'm gonna present 4 names, characters, titles, whatever you want to call it, and we gotta eliminate one. So
Ooh.
First-
These can be tricky.
they can be some. I feel like some are gonna be some easy, quick. We'll be able to knock them out. I feel like some are gonna take a little more thought. So first one I'm gonna hit you with. One of these gotta go. Nipsey Hussle, Big Sean, Meek Mill, or 2 Chainz.
I
Which
think
one gotta
this
go?
is an easy one.
And why? What makes it
So
an easy one?
so Nipsey has one album.
Oh shit!
And that album is pretty damn iconic. And so
Agreed.
with that said, I think I gotta eliminate Meek Mill.
Because even Nipsey's one album is better than Meek Mill's whole catalog.
I don't know. I feel like Big Sean gotta stay. 2 Chainz, I think is
yeah.
I think is more solid than Meek, and Nipsey.
Yeah, Nipsey.
He had a
Nipsey's a given. Nipsey is not getting off of the list.
So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm sorry, Meek. I'm sorry, but
I'm in agreement.
I think it's Meek.
That's not throwing shade at Meek. Like I enjoy Meek. His discography, the songs that he put out is dope. I think he's a great artist, a great lyricist.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's between him, 2 Chainz, Big Sean, and Nipsey,
That's a rough list.
Meek's gotta go. I'm a 2 Chainz fan. Ironically, I might actually know more Meek Mill songs than 2 Chainz songs, but I would pick 2 Chainz.
So
over
you
Meek
enjoy
Mill.
2 Chainz,
I
even though
do.
you know more Meek.
I know more Meek.
But you
I'm
enjoy
more
2 Chainz
familiar
better.
with Meek, but I like 2 Chainz more,
Okay.
which is interesting. But you would think I would listen to 2 Chainz more. But anyway,
So Meek is our.
Meek is our gotta go.
All
And
right.
yeah, throw in the comments below who you
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Play
I
along.
wanna-
Play
I wanna
along.
hear
Play
these
along.
two.
Play along.
Next up, Kobe Bryant,
Mm,
Michael Jordan,
I know where this is going.
LeBron James,
Clickbait.
or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
So
Who gotta go?
So you've got Kareem and LeBron, greats in their own right, longevity, etc. You've got Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, which are like GOAT 1A, 1 and 1A. And you got to eliminate one of those 4. I'm not eliminating Michael Jordan. That's GOAT.
That's a given.
I'm not eliminating Kobe because that's GOAT A. I mean, he
Shout out to the Mamba.
He definitely took what Mike did.
Yeah,
and
he was like Mike 2.0, basically.
Yeah,
Or let's call him Mike 1.1.
So it comes down to LeBron. It comes down to the longevity series, LeBron and Kareem. And I feel like either answer I give, I'm going to be called a hater. But here's my take, okay? LeBron passed Kareem's scoring record, right? We know this. Greatness. I'm not taking away from LeBron's greatness.
Mm-hmm.
But I am going to take him off this list. And my reasoning is that I believe it took him just as long, if not a little bit longer, to achieve that scoring, that amount of points, to pass Kareem's points, right?
Yeah.
And he did it with 3-pointers, whereas Kareem did it with 2s
Yeah.
only in the same, if not a little bit less time.
Right.
So even though both had the crazy longevity, and LeBron's probably a little bit more skilled all-round player, Kareem held records for decades.
That he did.
He did it with, he did it in an era that was a little bit more physical,
Yes.
and he did it with 2-pointers only.
Yes.
So, I'm
It's
gonna be called a hater, but
it's
I think
gotta
I'm
be
taking
LeBron.
LeBron
It's
off.
gotta be LeBron.
It just personal opinion, just based on statistics.
Yeah, the statistics.
So,
No, that's
and
crazy.
that is a hard one.
Yeah.
That is a hard one. All great.
No.
All great.
I mean, ironically, it's crazy that you said that. I also would say LeBron's got to go out of the 4, but for different reasons.
Okay.
And you mentioned it. You said Kareem played in a time where the game was rougher, the game was more physical. Out of all of these individuals, I feel like LeBron is the only one that will use that. Will use the foul, the gameplay to his advantage. You know,
Right.
With and no shade, just an acknowledgement of how the game is played. The flops.
And due to those fouls, he does hold the NBA record, all-time record for most air balls at the free throw line. That's a fact.
He had to throw that in there.
I'm just segueing off.
In case anybody had questions.
Just segueing. You know what I'm saying? Just segueing.
But yeah, that's my number one reason because I feel like they're all great.
That's a
my
tough one though. That is
my
tough.
number one reason for
again, play along. Call me a hater. Play along.
Yeah, my number one reason for saying LeBron's got to go is the physical aspect of the gameplay because Mike played hurt, Kobe played hurt,
And both played defense.
Great on defense, great on offense. You know. Kareem is in a league of his own.
That's
so
crazy.
LeBron's got to go on that one.
All right, hit me with the next
All right,
one.
the next one. This one, movies.
Okay.
One of these got to go. Friday, Don't Be a Menace, One of Them Days, or Class Act.
So these are like hood comedy movies.
Yeah, we can
Class
call it that.
Act. That was Kid and Play. Oh, man.
Hood comedy category.
So Friday stays on this list.
Has to.
Don't Be a Menace stays on this list.
Cult classic right there.
So now we've got Class Act.
And One of Them Days.
And One of Them Days. Okay, so One of Them Days. So I love that movie. That movie's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it's borderline the female Friday.
Agreed.
But I think if I'm coming down to Class Act and One of Them Days, I think I'm going to go with eliminating One of Them Days only because it's very new.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it has that cult follow yet.
I agree.
And I'm not saying that Class Act does necessarily too, but I think when Class Act dropped, it did. I think that's one of those films that's low key forgotten about, and when you bring it up, people go, "Oh
yeah, Class Act." Yeah.
So that's my pick.
One of Them Days.
That's my pick.
I also agree that One of Them Days has to go. And
Great film, though.
Not because
Hilarious.
it's not a good film. It was a great film. I agree. It is like I feel like it's the next generation's version of Friday. So 20 years from now, like they're going to be talking about One of Them Days like we talk about Friday.
Right.
I mean, potentially, depending on how things go. But it was a great overall movie. Class Act, I feel, is a little more cult classic.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it definitely wasn't as mainstream as
All you
like
new
a Friday.
bucks need to go watch it if you ain't watched
Yeah,
it. Go watch it.
If you got an opportunity, please go check out Class Act.
I remember the DVD cover art with the shaved head, with the titles in
with
the
the
shade.
title in the back, where you had the high top fade.
Yeah, sir.
Definitely, if you haven't seen it before, please go check out Class Act. And if you watch Class Act and you enjoy it, you got to go check out the house parties. If you haven't seen the house parties,
Right.
Because that really is what brought them to the spot where they could do a Class Act.
Not the new house party, but the OGs.
The OG's house party.
Yeah.
With Kid and Play, with Martin Lawrence, with Pam and Gina. I don't remember their real names right now.
No, classics. Yeah.
Yeah, but all great movies. But yeah, so with that one, I would also have to do One of Them Days. Again, not because it's not a great movie, but because it's newer.
Yeah.
That's really the only reason.
What you got on the next one?
Of those fours. Next one up. This one, sticking with the hood movie type joints. Juice, New Jack City, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood. This one might be a little tougher.
All right, so we're talking. So these are just hood movies.
Straight hood
so
movies. So
Boys to Men remains on the list.
Boys to Men.
You might as well. Did I say Boys to Men? My bad. Boys in the Hood. Boys in the Hood.
Are you confused with Boys to Men and Menace to Society?
I might be. It's the Z in the boys. It's all the same. But Boys in the Hood remains on the list, like without a doubt. That's
classic.
That is like probably number one on all time list.
Right.
Menace to Society is a very close number 2. So that leaves Juice. And what was the last one?
New Jack City.
And New Jack, which is tough. It's ironic that I pulled the 2 West Coast films aside from the 2 East Coast films.
I mean, we might be a little biased.
All right, so this is really hard. New Jack, I feel like, is just a smidge more classic than Juice, and Juice is dope. I think Tupac was a really good actor. I think had he not been taken out in his young age, I think we would have seen a lot more films. I heard Baby Boy was written for him.
He'd be the new Will Smith.
But I don't think he would have hit Chris Rock though.
But he would have hit Jada.
Hit. I think I'm gonna have to eliminate Juice from this list. I think New Jack is just a touch more classic.
Classic. Okay. I feel you on that. Yeah,
That's
I,
rough.
I agree. Boys in the Hood is definitely staying. Menace to Society is definitely staying. And again, there is some partiality because
And play along, man. Comments. Hit the comments. What do you guys think?
that's the home team right there. Between Juice and New Jack City, I do feel like New Jack City is more classic than Juice. Juice is a great movie.
Yeah. You got the juice now.
People like Bishop. The way Pac played Bishop, you would thought that Pac was Bishop. Like
Juice
he
is
played that
classic,
good.
man. Juice is.
But yeah, I think Juice got to go.
All right. I'm agreeing on that one.
Hit
Hit the comments. Play along with all of these.
That's a tough one. All right, next up on the list, since we're talking about Juice and Pac, this is going to be a Pac movie
Snaps.
selection.
Pac movies.
So, starting with Juice, since we got rid of him on the last one, let's see if he can make it for this one.
Okay.
So we got Juice, Above the Rim,
Ooh.
Gang Related, Poetic Justice.
Mm.
Juice, Above the Rim, Gang Related, Poetic
One you
Justice.
didn't mention that's underrated, and if anybody hasn't seen this, go watch. It's really good. Bullet with Mickey Rourke and Tupac.
Bullet, okay.
Very, very
That's,
good.
That's a good one.
But as far as this list is concerned, okay, so all right, so Juice is gonna stay on this list.
Okay.
Poetic Justice is staying on this list,
Shout out to Janet.
and probably one of my favorite films on this list, Above the Rim, is gonna stay on this list. And Gridlocked was good, but I think Gridlocked gets booted off this list.
Gang Related.
Oh, did you say Gang Related?
Gang Related, yeah.
I thought you said Gridlocked. Oh man, Gang Related was also good. I think I'm gonna stick with Gang Related getting
But
locked
that
up.
one's probably got to go too. Yeah,
Yeah, because Juice, Poetic Justice, and Above the Rim are
Yeah.
like just too classic.
Agreed.
Above. Yeah.
I'm with you with both Gang Related and Gridlocked.
Yeah, they could both. I added them and took it right off.
Those both got to go.
Bet.
Yeah, I agree with
Bet.
that.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Next one up. Let's stick with the horror movie category.
You said horror.
Horror.
Got it.
Not the horror movies. That's a different one. We'll do that one at a later date. But
That's the podcast after dark.
right. So we got Friday the 13th,
Classic.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, and I feel like this is a curveball, Child's Play.
All right, so you have four very iconic horror villains characters in Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael Myers, and Chucky.
Yes.
And just looking at those characters, the franchises as a whole, Freddy Krueger is not going anywhere off this list, and neither is Jason.
Mm-hmm.
And for that matter, neither is Michael Myers. So as iconic as Chucky is, he's got to
be Chucky.
got to go.
It's got to be Chucky, huh?
He's got to go.
Yeah, see, I'm a little torn on that one. For me, Friday the 13th stays because I'm a huge Freddy fan. I love Freddy.
Friday the 13th is Jason, so
Damn it, I'm not that much of a Freddy fan apparently. Nightmare on Elm Street
okay.
stays
Because you're a Freddy fan.
because I'm a Freddy fan.
Got it.
Child's Play has to stay for me
Okay.
because I grew up watching Chucky, like as a kid.
Same. So and you remember the My Buddy commercials? I
Yes.
never had one of those.
Yes.
But I remember
had
like
nightmares off
when
of
you
My Buddy
when you
commercials.
I remember being a kid seeing the My Buddy doll in Toys R Us and just being creeped out because I was like, that's Chucky.
Right. 100%. Like, make sure the switch isn't on evil. Like when you get your My Buddy. So for me,
Ooh.
yeah.
So what are you eliminating? I'm scared.
Child's Play got to stay for me.
The hockey mask or the
Friday-
Inside Out?
Friday the 13th is another classic that has to stay for me. So I got to get rid of Halloween.
So the Inside Out William Shatner mask doesn't
do it for
you?
me. I got to get rid of
See,
Halloween.
I guess we differ there.
Yeah.
Now I'm really curious to see what the comments are going to say.
All right. So last but not least, I got one more category for us, and this one is classic basketball movies.
Basketball movies.
Starting with Above the Rim, White Man Can't Jump, He Got Game, and Love and Basketball.
Clarifying something really quick because this list is really hard, but this would make it easier depending on which way you're going. You're talking Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes, White Man Can't Jump, or the remake?
No, definitely not the Jack Harlow White Man Can't
All
Jump.
right,
No,
so
original Woody Harrelson.
because it would have made it easier.
Original Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes, White Man Can't
Cool.
Jump.
So
Above
the rim.
He Got Game.
So this is basketball
and Love and
movies.
Basketball.
All right, so damn.
Yeah,
This is probably the toughest of the four.
This is a little hard
So
here.
Above the Rim for me can't go anywhere. So
Right.
now I've narrowed it down to 3. And White Man Can't Jump, He Got Game, and Love and Basketball. So the only one on this list that's more of a love story but has a basketball element, strong basketball element, is Love and Basketball.
Right.
But that is a really good movie.
It was.
He Got Game is just so good. And
Jesus Shuttlesworth.
man, and White Man Can't Jump is so iconic.
Give it to him, Sydney.
Partially because when that came out, I could jump at the time. And I was,
I'll show you.
I'll show you. No, man, this is hard. This is very hard. This is probably the hardest of these 4 lists.
Yeah.
I believe I'm going to say He Got Game is also going to stay.
Okay.
So He Got Game and Above the Rim are staying. So it
Okay.
comes down to Love and Basketball and White Man Can't Jump.
Yes.
So I'm going to ponder on that and see where you're at.
All right. So for me, I fell in love with Love and Basketball. Everything about that movie.
I feel like this is a biased statement because you're not a huge sports guy, so you went for the
I'm
love
not.
story.
I probably, yeah. It might have had something to do with that.
Oh man.
So Love and Basketball stays for me.
Okay.
White Man Can't Jump stays because that's
So the
just,
2 that I'm considering eliminating,
are the 2 that I would keep,
You're keeping. Wow.
Yeah, those 2 definitely stay for me because I mean it's Woody Harrelson and it's Wesley Snipes. You know, like for Woody Harrelson to play the character that he played in that movie had everybody shook like that. And shout out to Rosie Perez because I mean, I say this with all love, but like as annoying as her voice was back in the day, like she played that role perfectly.
Oh, 100%.
Can't deny that. So for me, it's down to He Got Game and Above the Rim, and I'm almost leaning towards getting rid of Above the Rim.
Blasphemous. Tell them in the comments that's blasphemous.
I'm almost leaning towards getting rid of that one because like I really loved He Got Game, but I think I'm gonna have to go with He Got Game. I'm getting rid of He Got Game.
I mean, you got Tupac, Chris Spencer.
yeah, Above
Marlon
the Rim was
Wayans.
great. Not to mention, not even movie aside, like the soundtrack on that was a
Oh,
banger
iconic.
too. Yeah.
Iconic, yeah.
So,
oh, yeah.
I think that kind of helped edges me
So
out.
you're eliminating He Got Game.
He Got Game. Yeah.
And I'm pondering between White Man Can't Jump and Love and Basketball. And as much as I love both films, after thinking about it and kind of assessing your assessment, and I know I cracked the joke of you not being a sports fan and leaning towards the love story, I feel like Love and Basketball is going to be my elimination only because as much as there was a huge basketball element, it was a love, it was a,
100%.
it was a high school love story,
Yeah.
More than a basketball film, even though it was around their basketball careers. So I think I'm going to go that route because White Man Can't Jump is just too damn classic
Right.
to get rid of.
No, I agree.
So I'm keeping Above the Rim, He Got Game, and White Man Can't Jump, and I'm throwing out
Love and
Love
Basketball.
and Basketball. And that's not shade because great film.
Super great film. You're right, but yeah, it definitely did lean towards and maybe that's because the main story was geared more around the female character
Right.
than it was the male character. So, that was a tough one.
Those are some good ones. Those are some good ones. That last one really,
Yeah.
that took a minute.
So, yeah, if you played along, like let us know what you thought in the comments. Did you agree with us? Did you think some other ones should be dropped? Which one got to go?
So I guess you know what time that is. It's time for the Tidbit.
Tidbit.
So, Tidbit. We've talked about this show many, many times. We've talked about this person many, many times. But there's some rumblings again. Dave Chappelle and the Chappelle Show.
Yes.
So he was on a podcast. He was talking about the show, and he's been asked probably for the last 15 years. When is it coming back?
Another
Right?
season. Yeah, everybody wants it.
And he even said it's always come up. He's always just kind of brushed it off. Ha ha ha. Whatever. But recently, he's considering it, and he's kind of thought about maybe this is something that we should do. But one big part of that show is missing. They could get Donnell Rawlings back. They could get everybody back.
Right.
Charlie Murphy.
Rest in peace.
And so apparently Dave was with Eddie, and they were talking about it, and he said, "Look, I'll do the show again, but you got to do Charlie's part.
That'll be crazy.
You got to come in and do with Charlie. You got to do it. You got to feel
That'll be crazy. Eddie Murphy playing Charlie Murphy playing Eddie Murphy.
And I feel like so I'm a little here's the torn part, right? This is my tidbit part.
Yeah.
So you've got an icon like Eddie Murphy, and he's going to be a sub character on the Chappelle Show. Now, I'm not saying that that's something that can't happen. I'm not saying that it's beneath Eddie. I'm not saying that it's above Eddie. I'm not saying none of that. That's not what I mean by it. I'm just saying that it's just so hard because they're both so iconic and such household names in comedy,
right?
That it's hard to imagine it not being like the Chappelle and Murphy show or the Murphy and Chappelle show or something of, you know what I mean? Like, It's hard to think about it being called the Chappelle show and then Eddie Murphy's on it.
Right. I can see that.
But at the same time, I feel like the friendship, mutual respect that they have, I don't put it past them pulling this off.
Right.
And then there's the side of me that just goes, yeah, just do it because I want the Chappelle show back.
Yeah.
So it is there is a lot of points to all of what I just said.
Yeah.
Take it for what it will be, but I do want to see the Chappelle show come back. And if you're going to add Eddie Murphy to the Chappelle show, now you've got two of arguably the best comedians ever.
Especially in our time. Yeah.
On the same show?
Yeah, that'll be
Let's
dope.
do it. I don't care what it's called.
I would love to see it come back. I would love to see Dave Chappelle be involved with it. If he's able to get Eddie Murphy on board, I feel like that opens a door to we can get Kevin Hart on there as some cameos.
Right. Why not?
I think it would be dope if we can get.
And I heard Neil would be back involved, so you'd have the original writing, you'd have like a lot of stuff involved.
That would be cool. And then with the success of Key and Peele on the heels of the Dave Chappelle show, it would be cool if they were included either in the cast or as cameos in a couple of the skits or something.
Yeah, maybe
do a whole collab.
It could almost, if you're talking that route, it can almost turn into its own version of SNL, where each week you got a different guest. And he sort of kind of did that with the musical guests, anyways. Yeah. On the original show.
So all you got to do is just take them, throw them into a couple of the skits.
Right.
We get most because we did see Mos Def in some in.
He did some skits. Yeah.
So. Nah, that would be dope. That would be dope to see.
And Snoop did the skit. Remember he did the puppets?
Yeah, that's right.
Snoop
did the puppets. Yes, the STD joint.
So,
that was funny.
So yeah, man.
And Q-Tip.
Q-Tip too. Yeah. So I'm just
wild.
The eagerness in me just wants to see the Chappelle show come back.
Yeah.
But adding Eddie Murphy to that cast. Iconic. Yeah,
let's do it.
And at this point too, like I feel like we talked about this too. It should just be a Netflix thing. Like it doesn't. I think it's outgrown Comedy Central.
Yeah.
No offense, but it just has, right?
Yeah.
And I think initially it was supposed to be a HBO thing. HBO turned it down. Comedy Central picked it up. I think they can push those buttons, push those limits more if they were just on a Netflix.
Right. No, I agree. With that. Definitely want to see it. Let's make it happen.
And who knows if there is some blockage from Comedy Central. I don't know what the licensing or the ownership of the Chappelle show title is.
Yeah, we just change the name.
Just change up the name.
That's it. Get two more old guys
Dave and
to do
Eddie.
The intro.
Dave and Eddie. Eddie and Dave. Whatever you want to call it.
What was that? That gives me throwback vibes to Malcolm and Eddie. Shout out to Malcolm Jamal Warner.
So, yeah, man. So that's my tidbit. Chappelle show on the comeback potentially. We'll see. Fingers crossed.
Well, I am here for it. And with that being said, thanks you guys again for joining in.
Subscribe, like, follow.
Do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Leave us a like. Throw us some comments down below. Follow. Share with your friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we will see you on the next episode of
Can You Reach That?
Can You Reach That?
Can you reach that?
Can You Reach That? Brought to you by Double One Entertainment in Coopersville. Hosted by Tango and Coop. And created and edited by Tim Greenlee and Brandon Adolphus. Music, sound design, and editing by Michael B. That's me. Visual art and graphic design by Jonathan Greenlee. Additional visual design by Timothy Greenlee.